Knowing Me, Knowing You is like a sort of polytechnic in the wider University of Life.
It's not a great show. It's not a late show. But it's our show.
Knowing me, knowing you.
Knowing Me, Knowing You. 1 week in the life of Pear Tree Productions.
Hello, Pear Tree Productions. Lisa speaking.
An independent production company owned by Alan Partridge, host of Radio 4's award-winning chat show, Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Knowing me, knowing you. It's the best I can do.
Monday, 8:30am. Producer Mario Santini has called a meeting of his production team.
Right. I just really want to kind of thrash through the stuff we've got lined up for this week, so that we can give Alan, a firmer idea of how I want to plan the show. He's in at, when's he due in? He's in at about 9. I think we can get through this quite quickly. Now, we're still a bit of a budget problem from the Las Vegas trip. So I think we're just having to kind of be a bit careful with for the rest of the series in terms of the budget. I think we're just having to kind of lower our sights.
It wasn't really our fault, the budget problem.
I think it was just a bit unfortunate when Alan lost his car to that gambler. Right, I just very quickly want to go through the guests for this week. We've definitely got the Duchess of Stranraer.
Yeah, she's firm.
Looking good for John Goodman.
Oh, fabulous.
That'd be very good. Now, the other guest, I think we're looking pretty good on getting Bill Pickley.
Who is Bill Pickley?
Bill Pickley.
Down.
Jiggy,
Jiggy.
Yeah, the up-down song.
Mad Boys, come on.
In the
Isn't it Mad Boys?
70s.
That comedy
They were
series,
great.
Mad Boys.
Oh, right.
You know,
Yeah.
with,
So, yeah.
Barry Cryer wrote it. Very
Yeah.
funny.
He hasn't actually been around the last...
No.
Oh, yes,
years,
he has.
has he?
You know, he's been doing summer seasons.
All right. It'd be just be nice to kind of find out what he's been up to,
doing,
really.
yeah.
I can do that.
Down. Jiggy. What is it? Jiggy.
Jiggy.
And
yeah,
round and around.
Round and round. It's very good.
It's coming.
And the...
So the budget.
Jiggy.
And round. I got in there first. Hi, Mario.
Yeah.
How's things?
Fine. We're just doing a little kind of budget meeting first of all, and then we'll move on to the production stuff when you're
Whilst
ready.
it's on my mind,
Yeah.
I took the liberty of hiring a car this week and slapping it on expenses. Montego GL.
Right. Have you got the paperwork
Yeah,
for that?
it's all there.
I'm sure we
Alan,
can...
can you show it to me later? We need to
Absolutely,
discuss it.
absolutely.
I'm sure we can sort
I must say,
something
you're all
out.
looking rather conspiratorial. I hope you're not planning a mutiny. I'm off
gonna-
to pick up a penguin. Catch you later.
All right. Cheers, Alan.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll have a word with Alan just before the show. Now, Pat, this is where you come in, the monologue, the opening monologue. I'd quite like to kind of come in, start on the show on a real upper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can we do something topical this week? A real kind of hard-hitting
Well,
sort of thing?
yeah. We'll make it hard. It's just the thing is, it's Alan is very busy, very pressured at the moment.
He is,
and
yes, he's very
I'm always trying
on top.
I always get it written today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I show it to Alan, and then he says great, and then on the day he changes it. You know, I can't control.
I know. He is. I mean, he would say he's a perfectionist, and he always likes to keep things up to date.
He is a
and never
perfectionist,
changing.
but he doesn't quite understand.
I know. I think it's just it's a fault of circumstances rather than personnel, I think. The other thing is Wednesday and Thursday I'm going to be away all day over at the 15 to 1 production office. All right.
Good.
Okay, well, let's lick this bitch.
I'm Pat Barham. I'm Alan's chief, one and only writer. I used to write for Brian Connolly, Richard Digance, Shane Ritchie. And Alan's really into those sort of guys, you know, the new sort of cutting-edge, you know, people in comedy. The monologue's always a kind of running battle with Alan, but it's a friendly war. It's not a war where anyone gets killed. It's like when in the First World War they played football. That's what writing with Alan's like. It's like sometimes it's like wading through sludge. But generally, you know, it's just, we cut through the sludge kind of together, you know, on a sledge.
Monday 1:30 p.m. Alan and Pat have gone for a pub lunch.
Yeah, jumbo sausage and mash, please.
Jumbo.
Don't mind him, he's just trouble.
Okay.
Thank you. Funnier things happen in life than they do in comedy programmes.
It's not, I mean, knowing me, knowing you, it's not a comedy programme, but Alan has that sort of comic ability. You know, and
Say,
he can...
listen, it's only radio, mate, it's not life and death. You know,
Exactly.
it's just a job.
Just a
Alan takes the edge off any issue, and that's really important, you know.
It makes people feel relaxed. You know, if you're dealing with someone who's a hostage, or if we had
He
someone
just takes
who
the
is
seriousness out of
dying
life.
of a terminal illness,
Yeah.
if you make a gag, people relax. They don't mind talking about it. That's the important thing.
It's a weird dynamic, isn't it?
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tuesday 10 a.m. Production meeting. A major news story has broken. Should the show cover it?
No, the Sandra Peak story. I'm thinking that we must give it a mention.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah,
It's
it's really
massive.
hot.
Really must
really
go
hot.
with it. I was thinking, Pat, that if you could incorporate that in the opening monologue.
Oh, yeah.
You have a couple of
churn out a few
quick lines
standard
about
gags
that, I
about that,
think.
yeah.
Can't we
think-
get her on the show?
Absolutely. Listen, I don't see a problem with that.
I
I know her personally from several party meetings in Norwich. I've come into contact with her. And
Right.
I know from there was an altercation we had over planning permission I required for a Tudor garage I was building.
right.
She didn't actually give it me in the end, but we've sort of laughed our way through it, and we're on fairly good terms. I really don't see a problem in getting her on the show. It could turn around because I have the plans for the garage, and
Well,
it could turn around whether I get the. I just.
Well,
You're not
with all
threatening
due respect, Alan, I mean, the garage is neither here nor there. You know, the point is to get her on, if we're going to get her on the show, we have to be very careful. She's very litigious and
with
you know,
all-
it has
with
to
the
be handled
budget,
very
yeah.
carefully.
With all due respect, I own the production company.
Fine, okay.
Right, so with all due respect,
right,
we'll have her
point
on.
taken,
Right.
And we'll
but
do it.
let's be a wee bit careful.
Sorry, it's just that we're going to have to drop someone if we have her on.
Yes, that will
But
be
we can't
difficult.
drop
I think that would be
Goodman
difficult.
Oh, we
or
can
the
drop
Duchess.
Bill Pickley.
You can't drop Bill Pickley.
Why not?
You can't drop Bill
Oh,
Pickley.
come on, he's a...
It's down,
No,
down,
I've written
for
a
Bill
link.
Pickley, I think.
I've written a
Down,
link
down,
for
down.
if you're feeling sickly or a little bit tickly. Here's the remedy. It's Bill Pickley.
Right,
I
we
mean,
live without
I've
that,
written the
can't we?
link.
Yeah, I was going to have a word with you about that, Pat. I wasn't that keen on having to say that.
Well, I'd never heard of him, so... It's Jason's job to phone Bill Pickley's agent.
Listen, I'm afraid we've had to move in a different direction, and we can't actually book Bill for this week. I'm sorry about... Yes, no, well, it's just that one or two things have come up. We've had to... No, it really is, it's a very... no, I am sorry about this. Well, Julian, we're not to know that this... If this happens all the time... Yes, that'll all... Oh.
Wednesday, 10 a.m.
Alan, come here, it's brilliant. Jason saw someone who did an impression of you last night at the
really?
comedy
I went
shop.
to this gig at the comedy shop. It's a
Yeah.
venue in town.
I know
and,
the one.
There was this impressionist called Steve Thompson.
What, at the comedy
and he was-
shop?
Yeah, and he did lots of sports impressions.
Brilliant.
And he did you.
He did an impression of me. Really?
Brilliant.
What did he do? What did he say?
Well, he said, my chickens hatched and bolted stables.
Cheeky blighter.
And I'm Alan Partridge lots
Oh,
of
that's
times.
fantastic. God, we should get him on the
Very-
show.
Why not? Absolutely.
That'd
Why
be
not?
brilliant.
I tell you what, he could dress up as you and host the show.
No. That's not going to happen.
Alan and Pat are writing the links.
Okay, Al.
Right.
Do you want to have a shifty at this, right? Because it's it's the intro to the Duchess of Stranraer, right?
Yeah.
Let's get it up. Okay.
Right.
The beginning bit I'm happy with.
Right. Now,
Just
Pat,
the
the
end.
important thing here is that we give her... We're dealing with royalty, and I want really to sort of... I want respect in this. I don't want too many gags.
Oh, yeah.
As such.
No, we'll take the gags. Oh, you want to lose that gag about the baby? Do you want to lose that one?
Yes, please.
Out with the bathwater.
Yeah, no, that's not right. I mean, you can
It's funny.
I love it. I love it. Put it in the gag bank.
It's funny. All right, I'll put it in the gag bank. All right. All right, it's gone. It's gone. You never
Right.
see it again.
Right.
I've got it. Watch. That's what you want to say. Say it. She's regal, she's royal. Please give a loyal round of applause to a very nice person.
The Duchess of Stranraer.
It rings.
It does
works.
ring. It works.
Dancing Queen. La la la.
That's
la.
it.
It works.
Well
it
done.
works.
We've done it.
Great. All right, I'll print it out.
Whenever I feel like hitting someone, I simply imagine that person to be a saint or some holy figure, someone who'd given his life, or someone who doesn't deserve to be hit. I imagine that he was a victim, a pauper, working in a workhouse in the 18th century. This sounds bizarre. This might sound bizarre, but that's how I stop hitting people.
Friday morning, and Mario is back.
No, I'll tell him, and then I'll say that he's got a fax, and then at the hotel will be...
Hello.
Hi.
Mario.
Hi.
How's it
Fine. Do you want a
How's
coffee?
the
There's
bitch?
just one.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's 15 to 1?
It's fine. It's fine. It's just such a lot of stuff to get through. I've got to go back about 6, so
Right.
I just want to just go through.
We've got a bit of slightly
the
bad
stuff.
news.
Yeah, just a
How's-
bit of a problem.
We've got the Duchess. Is she
Yeah,
all right?
Duchess
Oh, yeah,
is firmed
yeah,
up.
yeah.
John Goodman.
Oh, yes.
No, he's pulled out, I'm afraid.
Why? Why?
There's been a problem with the accommodation, and it sort of got out of hand. And
What do you
basically,
mean out of hand?
Out of hand, as in he won't do it.
Yeah, we got
Why
a
not?
fax from his agent. Well, it was because of the hotel.
Yeah.
Well, can we just get him out?
We
What
We
did
said
he want? What did he want?
Alan said it has to be the
Holiday Inn.
Right.
and his agent insisted it had to be. What was it you were dealing with it?
Claridge's.
Claridge's.
Well, who's been organising this?
Well, Alan spoke to her, to the agent.
Alan spoke to her.
Alan spoke to her and told her.
Who let Alan? Alan doesn't.
He took the phone out of my hand, okay? How was I supposed to keep him off the line?
Look, we've been through this before. Alan never, ever speaks to
He
anyone's
took the
agent.
phone out of my
Never.
hand.
He's never.
He started talking to her when I was on the phone to her. It was so rude. I couldn't believe it. I was speaking to her, having a nice conversation, and Alan just barges in. And he absolutely...
Alan,
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Yeah, he's...
Why
what?
isn't he in the show?
Because he pulled out. I mean, he pulled-
Yes, I've heard he's pulled out. Why
Yeah.
did he pull out?
Because he wasn't getting... Because he didn't... Because his agent... Because I told his agent he couldn't...
You
have a
spoke
bit-
to his
Yes.
agent? You spoke to his agent?
Yes.
I thought we'd expressly agreed before this series started that you would not speak to anyone's agent.
Look, hang on a second, matey. You disappear
No,
for 2
don't
days.
hang-
You
don't-
disappear.
Don't hang me on a minute, all right?
Who are you?
I'm the producer of
And
the programme.
I am Alan Partridge.
And I would like Alan Partridge to apologise.
Right, that's all. That's what you came in for. Yeah.
Yes.
You want?
I just
You want
want-
me to apologise? Okay. I am Alan Partridge. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry
Well-
I made a mistake.
You can just say it with a bit more grace, that's all.
I'm very sorry. I made a mistake. I'm only human. Oh.
Alan decides to phone Bill Pickley.
Hello, Bill. That you? Hi. This is Alan Partridge. Well, basically, I'm ringing belatedly to apologise for you being dropped from the show, for the having to reschedule. Yeah, I know. Listen. Yeah. No, yeah. No, seriously, Bill, if I can just, yeah, I'll just finish. I was on the verge of walking out over it. I demanded that it got to that stage. Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't walk out. Yeah. Bill. Yeah, Bill. Bill, you're not the only... Bill, let me finish. Bill! Hang on! I don't wear one. It's a weave. It's a weave! Come on, Nick, I don't have to take this. Ugh. Lisa! Ugh, give me a black coffee and a slim panatella.
Friday, midnight. Alan has invited Pat to the Norwich home he shares with his wife, Carol.
Do you want a glass of port?
I'd love a brandy, actually, Al.
Brandy, right.
Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs. Do you know, the other day I stepped in a poodle.
What?
The other day I stepped in a poodle. It's raining cats and dogs. The other day I stepped in a poodle. You get poodle? It's pun. Puddle, poodle.
Yeah.
Right, that's Alan. That's you. That's very you.
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, give yourself a break. Do you want a panatella?
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
having one, mate. Ugh.
All right. What's that?
Don't worry about that. That's just Carol.
It sounded like falling. Is she all right?
Yes, she's all right. Carol, you all right? Yeah. It's all right. Don't worry about it, mate. Long story. You still going out with that girl?
Lizzie? Yeah. She's lovely, actually.
That's the important thing. Not all this blooming how I want to be on telly,
No.
I want a chat show that's this, that, the other.
No.
It's, if you're healthy, if you're happy... Look at this living room. Look at that. What's... You know, all these... The trappings of wealth. That private bar in the corner, the rockery around the fireplace.
It's just vulgarity, isn't it? I mean, it's vulgar trappings. I mean, it's like you know, they're just trappings.
They're just trappings.
And trappings as such are vulgar.
I mean, that, you know, the little grotto for the video there. It's all...
You don't need that.
I don't need it. I don't... Do you see the fan of samurai swords above the mantelpiece?
Mm-hmm. They're very imposing.
They cost about £5,000.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Quite frankly, I'd be happy with a picture of the family there. Oh, God.
Look, come on now, we've got to get on
You want
with
another
this.
drink?
No, I'm all right. Come on, it's 2 in.
I'm going to hit the sack, mate. It's all right. We'll sort something out tomorrow.
Look, we've got to write it. I promised Mario that we'd have a proper, decent, proper structured monologue.
Listen, Pat. Look, you write whatever you want. I trust you. I trust you. You are one of those precious things in life which is a gag writer. You touch people in the heart. You touch people. And I trust you to write whatever you want to write. Good night. Listen, you, and also your friend. Good night.
Cheers, Al. Good night. You all right?
I'm all right.
That's what I feel very very moved. That's what Alan's like. He's you know, I feel like it's 2:30 in the morning now, but I feel like I could write all night. You know, Alan has that effect on people. He inspires them. He motivates them.
Why?
Alan talking to Carol. I don't think we don't need to hear that. Alan motivates people. You know, he's a team leader. He's a captain. He's a skipper. And you know, I just feel I want to write this monologue now. You know, I don't mind if I have to stay up all night. You know, and that's what I'll do. We don't need to hear this. Turn it off.
Saturday. It's showtime. Alan arrives at the Paris studio, London.
Morning, Mr. Partridge.
Morning, George. Still holding the fort?
Yes.
Not had any Nazis past yet?
No, sir. No. Oh, I could tell you some stories, sir.
Another time.
I see you got John Goodman on, sir. Big coup.
He's not on.
Well, we've got Bill Pickley.
He's not on either. He's not on either.
Right.
There was a bit of a mix-up, but funny guy. Up,
Yeah,
up,
very
down,
funny.
down, down.
The song, the
Yeah.
sketches, very funny, man.
Tell you who we have got on.
Who's that?
A young fella called Steve Thompson. Have you heard of him?
No, can't say I have, sir.
No, he's do you know the Comedy Shop in Leicester Square?
No, sir, can't say I do.
It's a comedy club. It's where the alternative comedians go on. Do you know them? Any of those? He's in one of the new guys. I mean, he's very good. He does an impression. He does impressions. Does one of me.
Oh, that's lovely, sir. Lovely one.
I thought that'd be fun on the show.
Great. That's
And Sandra Peaks, the government minister.
no, sir.
You must have read about the scandal.
No. No, sir. Anyway, have a good show, sir.
You should read the papers, George. You really should. You'll be on
All
top
right,
of
then, sir.
things.
Lovely.
Even.
Have a good day.
Make sure you do.
I will do, sir. Yes, sir.
See you now.
Bye.
5 minutes before the show, and Alan has something on his mind.
Pat, can I have a quick word?
Yeah, sure.
Listen.
You all right with the everything?
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. This is very, very difficult for me to say. The show's, I can't. The important thing is that we cannot stand round and discuss this.
Sure. Just say it.
Right. I'm dropping your opening monologue on the show.
I was up till 6 in the morning. I was in your sitting room till 6 in the morning.
I know.
I haven't had any sleep.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, why didn't you tell me last night?
Because it was only decided today. It's dropped.
Why don't you tell me the truth that you don't like the monologue? Why don't you tell me the truth that you don't like
I've
it?
got a show to do.
Why don't you
Give
tell
me
me that you don't like it?
Give me this.
Just tell me you don't like it, and then I can walk out of here with some dignity.
I've got a show to do. Don't speak.
I know you've got a show to do. I know you've got a show to do.
I'm about to go on in 5 minutes. I don't need
You just mucked
this.
around all week, and you said
I
last
don't need
night
this.
that you
I'm
trusted me.
walking
You said last night
away.
you
I'm
trusted me.
walking away.
Yeah, well, you've abused that trust. It's radio.
The show has started. The guests wait backstage. Oh dear. Here we go.
You just got to just be yourself. Just be completely natural. You know, it's not a big deal.
Do you never get nervous before a performance?
Well, it depends what sort of crowd it is. You know, I mean, if it's a rough gig.
Oh
You
dear.
know,
I hope this won't be a rough gig.
It'd just be a load of old grannies, and that'd be fine.
You're an impressionist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but I prefer to do more political stuff. You know,
Gosh.
I mean, I do impressions, but that's
Political impressions or impressions of politicians.
Yeah, but mainly, I'm trying to do more politics in the act and less impressions. In fact.
I think it's very brave. I don't think I could do it.
Okay.
I didn't think I was
We're
going to
here
get
You don't have to, do you?
Can I just make some introductions? There's the Duchess of Stranraer.
Oh, how do you do? Yes, nice to
Mrs.
meet you.
Sandra
Yes.
Peaks and Steve Thompson. And,
How do you do? Nice
we're all
to
on
meet
the
you.
show tonight.
Right, I'm not first, am I?
No,
good.
It's,
I am.
Duchess.
I'll do.
Everyone okay then?
Are you the comedian?
Yeah.
There's your beer and Duchess.
Are you the
There's,
governor?
So, everyone heard the show? Know what they're in for?
Yes, I know, Mr. Partridge. Yes.
Duchess.
Yes.
If you'd like to come
Right.
forward.
Can I give that to
DJ,
you?
yes.
All the best.
Yeah. Good luck.
Break leg.
My first guest is a member of the royal family. Yes, she's regal, she's royal. Please give a loyal round of applause to a very nice person, the Duchess of Stranraer.
The interview with the Duchess of Stranraer goes well, but Steve Thompson won't play ball.
But you do an impression of me, don't you?
Once I did one, a gig, I did an impression.
Well, can we hear it now?
I don't know if it's appropriate for this programme, It's quite, I do it quite late night in
It doesn't
quite
matter.
a boozy
Listen,
club.
You can't scare me. You're talking to a man who's been debagged at a pharmaceutical conference. Come on, do your Alan Partridge.
I prefer not to. I
That's
just don't
why
want to
you're on
offend-
the show. Do Alan Partridge.
During his interview with Sandra Peaks, Alan surprises everyone.
Okay, I've heard what you said, and I have to say that I, Alan Partridge, think that someone here smells deeply of fish. And it's not Alan Partridge.
Know what you're trying to say, Alan?
It's all a bit too squeaky clean. Come on, lads. Bottom line, I've got a checkbook here.
In the control room, Mario and lawyer Alice McKee are concerned.
Hang on.
She's getting up. The minister's leaving the show.
Right, Alice.
She is so litigious.
Just get her before she leaves the building, all right? Just get her. Okay, bring in the music.
Now, dish the dirt.
Bring it. Hold on. What?
There, come on, quick. We've got 2 minutes. Dirt. Quickly.
We're rent boys.
Rent boys, right.
Right,
What do you do?
good.
What do you do?
Good.
Yeah.
You got us through an agency.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you
Bondage.
Just-
She made us dress like dogs.
Jill,
That's
could you
disgusting.
just ring continuity and tell me we might be a bit late? I'm going to run with this.
Clanking leads.
Yeah.
Oh,
all livered, like dogs.
that's awful. Any more?
She made us
Quick.
bark, and we had to eat dog food from a silver bowl
That's
with her
disgusting.
name.
I ate it.
Did
Craig
she
didn't.
use a Tors?
A what?
It's bamboo back leather strap, 3 prongs.
Yes.
Well done. Excellent. Okay, stand by with the music.
Give me some physical evidence of what she did.
Right,
All right, cue. Bring all the
Look at his
mics up. I
bottom,
want to
ladies
get
and
all
gentlemen.
this.
There are. Look at that. But look at his.
Come on, Alan, describe
I'll
it.
describe it. It's got 2 cheeks. It's just like an ordinary one.
Yes.
It's got deep welt marks.
My brother can't sit down. He
Inflicted
can't
by
sit
a Tors.
Right, and 5.
Inflicted by a minister of the crown. And on that bombshell,
Good, and
we
up,
say,
and everyone out.
knowing
Come on,
me,
let's all get
Alan
out.
Partridge, knowing you, the impressionist, the you, the Duchess of Stranraer, the you, the rent boys, and the you, the minister of the crown.
Panatella?
Love one, Al. Love
Cutty
one.
Sark?
Super. Great show. Great show.
Oh.
And listen, about the monologue.
Listen.
No, let's not have this conversation.
Right.
Because we've already had this conversation in our heads separately. We don't need to have
Right.
it. No
Well,
hard feelings.
let me finish that conversation off by saying, I'm sorry, mate.
And I'm sorry too, mate.
Great. You know, I mean...
Alan.
Hello.
Alan.
Hello, the man himself.
Here's the boy.
So well
How
done.
are you?
Alan Partridge brings down the government. That's all right for the ratings.
Not
isn't
quite.
it?
That's next week's show.
Alan, I've got good news, and good news.
Yeah, it was
Great.
a slightly sticky moment
Listen,
for a
now-
All
while.
right, I just want to go through it, right? Because Alice and I are going to go out for a drink in a minute. Good news, first of all, Sandra Peaks isn't going to sue.
Well, hey.
You'll be
That's
pleased to
just
hear.
basically it's an admission of guilt.
Alice did her sweet
Oh.
talking and sorted all
Nice
that out.
one.
The main thing is that the fact that it was your check means
Yeah.
that, you know, whatever you choose to do with your money
Right.
is absolutely
So
fine
the,
with us.
the company's covered.
So,
Right.
yeah,
One more thing before we go. The bit about the check.
that's
Yeah,
right.
we're covered.
That not
because
being a
it's-
problem.
Yeah.
No, I mean the thing is, you know, if you choose to, it was a personal
Yeah.
check, if I'm not
Sure,
mistaken. So
absolutely,
if you
yeah.
choose to write a check for £20,000 to 2 rent boys, I mean that's not our business. You know, that's entirely up to you. And
The Red Boys agent can't come to us.
Yeah, whoa,
to-
whoa, whoa, whoa,
So it's
whoa,
not
whoa,
in
whoa,
their
money,
whoa,
so that's-
whoa, whoa, whoa. You're saying that you're saying that I personally am going to pay £20,000.
with respect, you go to Las Vegas, you gamble your own car and your wife's car, and we foot the bill. Well,
Yeah.
now you've written a check.
Which
for
we're quite
Hang on,
£20,000.
hang on. This is good news. I owe £20,000.
You wrote
That's
the
good
check.
news.
You wrote the check, Alan.
Isn't?
Just look, it'll look good tomorrow. You'll get
It'll
lots of
look good. It won't look good. It won't look good with my bank
The
manager.
point is that we cannot bail you out for
20 grand.
£20,000 every week.
But
you
I've
know.
got a good
Last
story.
week-
You're chuffed out of your box.
I tell you what,
It's
we've
been worth it.
We've got to go.
Yeah.
We've
Hang
got
on,
to
so-
go.
We'll discuss it on Monday,
Well,
but, you know, that is the state.
20 grand,
situation.
40 monkeys.
We've got to go.
Yeah.
Look, the point.
Alice,
You can't.
I'm-
You get all the
I'll see
publicity.
you-
I've
touch
foot
on
the
Monday.
bill.
Have a nice weekend. I'll see you. I'm not in on Monday. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Go on.
All right.
Ciao.
Yes,
Yeah.
desert the
Oh,
sinking ship.
Alan, open a few more sports centres. You'll get the money. Don't worry.
Oh, the rats.
Oh, blooming hell.
Alan is 1 in a million.
Alan's, he's, I suppose, a man of the people, but not everybody's sort of person.
Alan Partridge is a man who interviews people. He's me. I am Alan. I am Alan Partridge. But more than that, he's the sum of other people. He is an enigma to those who don't know him, but he's not an enigma to people who do know him. As long as there are people to chat to, I will chat to them. I'm Alan Partridge, Chatterman. Of that there is no doubt.
Knowing Me, Knowing You, an Alan Partridge documentary featured Steve Coogan, Patrick Marber, Doon McKeechan, Rebecca Front, Armando Iannucci and David Schneider. And the producer was Sinead William. Well, that's one Partridge in a Pear Tree, part of Radio 4 Extra's 12 Days of Christmas season. But you can find more in our ghostly drama, Angels at Partridge Cottage. For more details, head to the Radio 4 Extra schedule on BBC Sounds.
This is BBC Radio 4 Extra.